pick up where we left off. You and I had lots of love just to top it off. We can wind it down for days, never let it stop. I just want your everything, baby. Maybe later we can dance, never let it go. Listen to our favorite songs on the radio. Losing up and lose ourselves to this feeling, oh. I just want your everything, baby. I'll be deep under your influence tonight. Ooh, keep it coming, babe. I don't mind another round. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love. I can't get enough of my baby. I'ma be wasted love, wasted love. I'm spilling liquor on the carpet, on the couch. I feel it dripping from my mouth. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love. Moon is rising and the stars are coming out. But we miss it cause we're way down on the ground. Ain't nobody interrupting if we decide. I just need an hour with you, baby. Yeah. Then we be blinded by the lights, oh. We get this feeling, oh, so right, oh. I'm so over being sober, yeah, all I know. I just need an hour with you. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love. I can't get enough of my baby. I'ma be wasted love, wasted love. I'm spilling liquor on the carpet, on the couch. I feel it dripping from my mouth. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love. I'll be deep under your influence tonight. Ooh, keep it coming, babe. I don't mind another round. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love. I can't get enough of my baby. I'ma be wasted love, wasted love. I'm spilling liquor on the carpet, on the couch. I feel it dripping from my mouth. Drinking from your bottle, baby. Calling it wasted love, wasted love.
What up, what up, what up, what up? It's me and Over Ray. This is Unapologetically Raw, and we have...
Boys is in the building. What's up, y'all? Y'all doing? Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
It's
Man,
afternoon
it's brick
already.
ass outside. If you in New York,
It is brick ass outside, y'all.
Wee.
It's very, very cold. I don't know that. I just know...
Yeah, you haven't
Because-
been outside. Unfortunately, I've had to endure the elements this afternoon so far.
Well, according to Mars, it's very cold. So much so, he had to interrupt my air conditioning situation
Yeah.
as a result of it.
I don't understand y'all females. Like, how y'all have the AC on, fan on,
It be
window
hot.
open, and then talk about, and then y'all sleep naked. And then talk
Not
about-
all of us do, though.
What? who does that? Like, your house feels like I'm outside. Like, it's not 90 degrees. It's 36.
Well, it's how you preserve yourself. It's so, like,
What?
keep your skin nice and tight.
So go jump in the freezer for all of that.
Yeah, so what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about manly men. Where are they? Are they
What is
necessary?
What is the definition of a manly man?
I think that's subjective, right? I think that a manly man is subjective to me. A manly man is someone who is I don't know if I would call it manly, but I guess for me, a man's man would be like somebody like my dad, who could fix anything, who gets shit done, who takes care of his family, who who takes care of the people that he loves, regardless of how it affects him. So that's what I would consider a
So
man's
basically,
a man's
like the
man.
foundation, the rock,
Exactly. That's
backbone
yeah.
of the family. I agree with that.
Mhm.
However, there are many people, like you said, who are subjective, that think like a manly man is one who's rough and tough. And
Right.
just, like not that he's not soft. He doesn't really have too much of a feminine side.
Mhm.
He's all he doesn't play around. Like,
Yeah.
he's one of those guys, like when you get in trouble, you call him, or
Right.
he gets shit done. Like you
Right.
said. So,
Which I do think there's an element of that too, but I don't think it's necessarily specifically just about how tough somebody can be. I think more of in my opinion, a man's man, it has to do with how he takes care of the people
but
that he loves.
It all depends on who you ask. Like,
True.
You gotta ask an elderly white woman, and she may give you a totally definition.
Or maybe that's the
or
problem.
An elderly black woman of the
Right.
same age, and she'll give you a definition. So I guess it all, like you said, a lot of people's answers and responses boil down to, ethnicity, age, the times they were brought up in, how they were raised,
Yep.
and their background as far as where they grew up at, like things that they saw and experienced.
True.
Determine a lot of their answers and responses to the same question. So
True. Yeah, I agree. And one of the people who has a problem with manly men not being a part of our society or not being encouraged, I guess you could say, one of the strong advocates.
she's trending too.
Yeah, she always is because she typically says what people don't want to hear anyone say.
I like her.
So-
She's controversial. She's like me.
Yeah, she's controversial.
Stir the fucking pot.
I mean, and I'm not mad at that. I just think she's wrong in a lot of ways. but
I mean, I do agree with some of the things she said.
some of what she
However-
said is right.
However, I guess what she said and how she said it was taken out of context by a lot of people. And I noticed a lot of people that, who had something to say against what she said and not really understanding where she came from with it or why she said that. And it's not to be racist or anything, we're white. We're white people and
You think so?
yeah, as far as the videos and things that I saw
Uh-huh.
on YouTube and I guess the news, it was, that had something to say against why, her being toxic
The
female.
progressives.
You could call them progressives.
I mean, so the person that we're talking about is Candace Owens. Let me put on the live scene for y'all. As always, if you can't hear it when I play the video, please let me know early on so that I can adjust. So Candace Owens, Harry Styles, who's an artist. I'm not really familiar with who Harry Styles is, but
I think I might have heard of him.
yeah, I've heard the name. He had a Vogue shoot where he was in a dress.
A
And-
Gucci ballroom.
Exactly.
Let's get it correct. Gucci ballroom dress.
So Candace Owens has something to say, as she normally does. What up, Brown Girl Life? What's up, Chelsea Red? She did not appreciate him. She doesn't want people to be encouraged to think manliness is one thing. Like, she was like, bring our manly men back. I guess that's the best way to put it. And so that's what sparked the controversy. Her George Floyd video sparked controversy. She is that type of person. So we're going to get into the video and then we're going to talk about manly men.
Yes, sir.
I like Where have they gone, y'all? All right. You can hear it, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Absolute
Can you hear me now?
firestorm, something as
Okay.
basic as saying that men are good for our society causes a firestorm. Of course, on the
I don't
left,
think that's
back manly men. Who would have thought that that would have caused an absolute firestorm? Something as basic as saying that men are good for our society causes a firestorm. Of course, on the left, because the left hates anything normal. Basically, if there is anything that looks remotely normal, the left
That is problematic to say.
The left.
And normal. What's normal, Candace Owens? What's up, Trish Tree?
sees it and they want to tear it down. They just cannot stand the idea that things are functioning and things are
You sound
working
low.
and things are normal.
You hear this? I better turn your mic up. Turn that shit down.
The levels is good.
All right, let me know if the levels is good now, y'all.
Normal. Case in point,
Probably because you're more conscious of it, so you're not speaking as loudly as you did before, and then there's low on top of that.
I think you just lowered my voice. You just hate me. Listen to last week and you was like, I'm turning this shit down. That's what it was.
A man wearing a dress. Now, first off, let me just clarify something. When I originally tweeted about this was not an attack on Harry Styles. He happened to be the man in the dress, but really it was more of an attack on Vogue and the culture in general that is trying to shove this down our throats, right? This turning women into men and turning men into women has been the move on the left as of late, right? Women should want to go to work.
I want to kind of talk about that. I don't think that there's necessarily a move to turn one gender into another. I think that what's being found, and even if you look historically, third genders or something outside of what we've specifically categorized as men and women, have always been a thing. You could look at ancient, the Romans, like way back. Even in India, they have a specific holiday for men who dress up as women for one day as a way to, I can't remember. I don't know the full context of the holiday, but that is literally what they do. They go out and they dress as women. So I think that we're finding that gender is not as rigid, and there is some sort of fluidity. Now, you don't have to. I'm a woman who identifies as a woman who, is straight by most metrics.
What other characteristics or what determines to for you to identify as a woman or as a man or a womanly woman and a manly man? Like, what are the standards as far as to put you in that category? I
think that maybe what's being found is that there shouldn't be any standards. Everyone has their own version of that. And if, as a woman, and at least for me, if as a woman you like this particular type of guy, then you date that particular guy. But Prince got a lot of pussy back in the days, and he wore heels. So, I mean, and let's not forget that heels were originally created for men. That wasn't... Back in the day, men used to wear wigs and heels.
Oh, you talking about back in the days in England?
We're talking back in the day.
They wore big earrings and all that crazy stuff, lipstick and
yeah.
wigs.
So, all right, so we're going to keep going.
If you don't need a man, shave your head, dye it pink, make your...
Saint Death said real men don't wear dresses, period. I mean, well, that's the argument. Saint Death. What is it? Or is it considered a real man, or is it just considered that type of man? Because I wouldn't want to marry a man in a dress. Let's not make any mistakes about it.
And I wouldn't wear a dress. So let's make no mistakes about
they
that.
said it's kind of hard to hear you. Can y'all hear him better now?
Yeah. See, you turn my mic down. You was hating.
All right, let's try it again now.
She was hating on me.
It's all the way up now.
The levels
Go ahead.
is good.
The levels is good. All right. It's all the way up. Go ahead, say something, Mars, so that the people can...
Hello.
Do it again.
Hello.
Okay. All right, your levels is good. All right.
yourself ugly, right? Because that's feminism and that's power and that sticks it to the patriarchy. Men, put on a ball gown, right? And strut on Vogue because somehow that shows that you're not normal and that's really empowering and forward. And quite frankly, I do not find men in dresses to be attractive. Women do not find men in dresses to be attractive. Do not believe women that are sitting here telling you, oh, I would love for my man to wear a gown on our wedding day. It's just not true. That's just woke, leftist, feminist.
That's now, though. In 20 years, that may be very different.
Yeah, we're going to get into that.
And typically people that follow Hollywood trends. Question I want to ask you guys about Hollywood, because this was almost the biggest issue.
It says something like you talking from the bathroom.
It does? What's going on
Go ahead,
with the mic
ahead.
today, man?
Hold on. I'm going to put it on my phone. Hold on.
What's going on with the mic today?
Go ahead. Let me go back, and let me go back in. We're going to test this shit live and direct. Go ahead.
Hello?
Why did I do that? I started from the beginning. The fuck, yo? That's why eventually we'll be going to a studio, because I ain't got it for all this shit. I just want to be able to... Go ahead.
Hello?
It's going to start from the beginning.
Oh,
all
my
right,
gosh.
Whatever. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear him clearly now, okay?
Just tell her to be quiet and let me talk. That's all. We're going to do it like that.
Just be like, Nova, shut up, let Mars talk. And then he'll talk, and then I'll proceed. He sounds like he's talking to us from the bathroom. Agreed. I find men and women attractive. I'm an equal opportunity hoochie.
Huh? Who's that?
Wednesday, Danny said that.
Oh.
Wednesday Adams said, hi, everyone, dropping in from Scotland. What's up, Wednesday Adams?
Hello, Scotland. I think that was an English accent.
Yeah, I think that was more English.
It wasn't too Scotland. Too Scottish.
There's some brown girl life says someone help Mars. Okay, I think he's helped. He got his levels is all the way up.
The mic is on my nose right now.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Literally, like
His levels is hitting more than mine now. Okay.
I'm just saying, maybe we should switch mics because I think you sabotage me.
Well, I hope you get in a better mood Wednesday.
Issue that I was hitting at. When's the last time they've ever promoted anything good or anything functional? Just think about it. You can write it right now. When is the last time Hollywood has ever promoted anything good or anything functional? Right? Hollywood is the conduit to all bad ideas. Anything that they are glorifying in Hollywood, you can guarantee you is going to ruin your life, right? So they
Somebody said I have you hiding in the basement. Damn, Danny said I have you. No, he's not in the basement.
want you to think that they're these little demigods. So suddenly Harry Styles puts on a dress and that's just what everybody should be doing, right? Or, oh, this is powerful. Quite frankly, from people who don't play the Hollywood game and live in the hills, if I see a man in a dress, I think...
Until Kanye West endorsed Trump, and then she was all about Kanye West.
I don't know.
This is you don't know that, but I've been following.
I know that.
You know that part about her? Yeah, so it's like... This is my problem with these people that talk about this Hollywood shit. Y'all all endorse Hollywood as long as Hollywood is endorsing y'all. The minute Hollywood says something different, then it's all Hollywood bad, everybody else is good. So
I think he's a crackhead. Period. Right? If you see that stuff, if you live in the projects, if you live on the streets and you see somebody wearing a dress, you assume that they have mental issues. And I want to be very clear, this is my opinion, I would never allow my kids near a man that's wearing a dress. That's my personal opinion. You can call that however you want to call that. I don't need to be woke to pretend that this sort of stuff is normal. It's not normal. It's completely not normal. To feminize men and to keep pretending that this is progressive. It's not.
Let me ask you a question. If you saw a bunch of men in a dress, right, and that had become like the new trend, as a man, would you wear a dress?
No.
Exactly. So my point with these sorts of arguments is that there's not, if a person wants to do something, just they're going to do it. Mm-hmm. Whether they be considered an outcast of society or not, they're going to do it. All that's happening now is that certain things that would be considered abnormal are now being accepted, so people are not looked at like they have 10 heads, or they're just able to exist without the being ostracized.
Even if you just look into the whole gothic era, or a lot of kids that's into goth and gothic, they wear dresses, they paint their nails, they do a lot of things that are considered feminine. However, I do agree with her that Hollywood does push the envelope on certain things and agendas,
sure,
with images, especially to kids. Even 10, 15 years ago, even though it's accepted now and it's cool, to each his own, bisexuality, lesbianism, gays, it's cool. Whatever you like, I love it. If that's what makes you happy, I'm cool with it. However, it's not going to affect me.
Right.
But once you cross the line where your sexuality you trying to portray or push on me, now it's a problem. Because I feel like if that's what you like, I respect it. I'm not hating. I'm not against it. That's your decision. But once you start trying to push that onto me or cross that line where you trying to see if like for instance, I've come across a lot of gay men in my time as far as just being in the streets, being down in the village, hanging out on West 4th Street, just being out there, with friends. And a lot of times they'll try to test you or, look at you to see if they can swing you, and they'll look at and they'll know like, nah, he's not one of them. Like, I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
But and that could just
I have no problem with you being gay. That's your prerogative. If you like it, I love it. However, don't try to test my sexuality by complimenting me. Thank you, I appreciate it. But I don't know what you're trying to do.
It's similar to when guys tell a lesbian, now you just haven't had the right dick yet.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. But then that's weird because that's a whole nother topic. But you got some women that claim to be lesbian, but then will still have sex with a man every once in a while.
There are women who would, and I think
I don't understand that. But we don't want to go too much off topic. But
I think that just has to do with how society has responded to certain groups. So like a woman won't want to, wasn't as accepted to be certain things. So you say you're something else, but then behave in another way. And I think society being pushed to a point where things are more accepted, that's a good thing because then you have less of the things being done, behind closed doors and people being hurt as a result of it, families falling apart as a result of it. So I do agree that Hollywood definitely. I mean, I remember this was when my son was like 5, and we was watching a cartoon, and the kid on the cartoon was like real androgynous, so you couldn't tell. He was like, I think that's a boy dressed like a girl, or maybe it's a girl. I don't know, but oh well. And he just went like he just went about his business. But it really made me realize that they are definitely pushing forth this sort of imagery to where now kids are kind of like, okay, confused. Whatever. But I think they're more accepting than we are because of how we've been conditioned. They look at it more like, what it is.
Yeah, but then you got a lot of kids that growing up just becomes what they know now. And, the parents may not be too interactive with them as far as the whole sexuality and things, not making them choose, they're going to discover who they are on their own, through their life obstacles and experiences. However, when you got a kid watching a cartoon every day or every other couple days and it's pushing an envelope of, gay imagery or lesbianism or whatever the case may be, it starts to be implanted in his mind that this is what is acceptable, or this is how he should be or she should be, and they start to emulate that because kids are sponges. They start to emulate these things.
Yeah, that's true. They are sponges.
Whether it's through their parents, watching their parents, or whoever's around them. Just like you say, a lot of guys are afraid to have their kids or their, especially their boys, grow up with their mothers because their mothers, they become mama's boys. Mama's boys, or they grow up in a household full of women. They become feminine. And, because they around women all day, they see hair, makeup, nails, titty, they see all of these things, lipstick, and they, being kids playing, they start playing in the lipstick, and next, mascara, and, stuff like, so it's
if you're not careful,
it's like a,
if you're not careful.
It's a hard place, man. It's definitely a touchy
I mean,
subject.
I can't say that I disagree because being a single mom, I made it a point to have my son around men. Yeah. Like, whether it be like friends of mine, whether it be never really around boyfriends or nothing like that, but really like good friends of mine that one knows how to play basketball really well, one knows how to whatever. And then my dad, of course, he was around him all the time, and then his father, because I realized that being in a house full of women, because at the time he lived with me, my mom, and my sister, I was like, okay, like I have to.
Because he can start seeing too much.
Yeah, because he would even hold his bag like a woman would, and we had to correct him. And look, I'm not saying that if a man was to hold their bag in the thing, in their arm like that there's something wrong with it. But I do agree that, if a boy is just that way naturally, then fine. But I do think you should show him both sides, and then if that's who he ends up being, then fine. But if all you do is show him that, and then he doesn't realize why he goes around boys and he feels out of place, right? Right.
Like, so, you're a FAG.
Yeah, exactly.
And all that crazy stuff. And
yeah.
Now he's traumatized, and he's like, wow, what the hell how did I grow up that everybody's bashing me, and is this wrong? Like, he's confused.
Exactly. Then he thinks his own existence is wrong. So, all right, we're gonna get into it. Oh, let me see. Agree, I'm open, but the media pushes all kinds of agendas on his audience, says Damn Danny. Damn Danny said, this woman is so annoying. Lord, she always has something to say. Good for her. Satan Death said, what makes a real man a man is the way he upholds himself, the way he speaks, his actions, strengths, the protector, the provider. That's what makes a man a man. Any man wearing a dress, hell no. Nah. Well, what about if he's a protector in a dress? Like, what about?
I mean,
what about if he's holding something under?
Isn't it Ireland that wears the dress?
Scotland.
Irish or Scotland?
No, Scotland. Scottish wear it. Yeah, the kilts.
The kilts, and they don't even call them dress. They call them kilts.
Yeah, they call them kilts.
And some of them Scotland men
are some tough motherfuckers. Yeah,
tough motherfuckers. Like, they fight, they drink beer, they get, it's some shit.
It's all conditioning. So, we only think is girly because we've been conditioned to feel that. But if you would have went 100 years back, it would be a different perspective. Yeah.
However, I think a lot of the people that wear dress, especially artists nowadays, it's the push out, they testing the waters, like it's they
True.
get shock and awe. I call it shock and awe.
Yeah,
When
that's
they
true.
want to get
That's
a
true.
reaction, like, oh, what the? So it's, in Hollywood and entertainment,
You have to kind of take it with a grain of salt. It's not really.
Not even just that. It's just that a lot of people do things to stay relevant, whether it's negative or bad. They said if they're not talking about you, you're not doing nothing. If you ain't got no haters, you
All
ain't
press
popping.
is good press. Like
Yeah.
all
If
press
you ain't
is
got no
good
haters,
press,
you
yeah.
ain't popping. Like
True.
if somebody ain't talking shit about what you doing, you're not doing
True.
enough.
True.
It's also like what they say: if nobody questions your dreams, they ain't big enough. Like
That's true.
so.
Brown Girl Life says sometimes I think, bless you,
Thank you.
sometimes I think that there's a war on masculinity, not a war on men.
That I agree with. I
Dan,
definitely agree with that.
Dan, he said, I don't care what you wear, just treat me with respect and vice versa, and we are good. I'm not going to worry about all that when we need to worry about other things.
Okay, so hold on. Let me respond. If your man was wearing thongs and bras, being that you say you don't care
If he
what
came
he
out of-
wears,
He came out of your
as
room
long as he
wearing-
treats you good, how would you feel?
I think there are literally some women who don't care. Like we mentioned earlier, Prince would wear heels.
Yeah, but Prince wasn't wearing thongs and bras.
Who knows?
He might have been, but we never know.
Exactly.
I mean, but what's up? What happened? Remember years ago with that guy?
I think some women like a
what's his name?
feminine man,
Regis
though.
Philbin.
Yeah.
He came out. They found he was wearing Garniers and bras and thongs.
Regis?
Yeah,
Word?
it was one of them news people dudes on TV.
Really?
Yeah. Like, he was a
I
cross
didn't know
dresser. They
that.
told him he was a cross
What?
dresser.
Oh shit!
It was years
I didn't
ago.
know that.
It was years ago.
I think that for me, it's not for me personally. Like I like the men that I'm with to be more manly, at least my version of what a man is, and
everybody has
and
their
be
own
a little
version.
ignorant too. Like I don't even want you to talk too much.
Everybody has their own version of what a man is. So.
Like, but that's just my, I attribute it to my sign. I'm a Taurus. We like manly men. Aren't we mixing up gender roles and sexuality? I think those are two different things. I experimented as a teen. I fooled around with girls because it was more acceptable to realize I'm straight. Yeah, I think that there are two different conversations as well, and I think they often get conflated. So gender roles, these rigid gender roles, are they good for society? So we're gonna let her speak a little bit more, and then I want to actually get into that rigidity and whether or not it is good for society. Mars, if you want to wear a thong, we can go shopping together, and you can strut your stuff and give me a show while I
pass. I pass on that one.
Although my current boyfriend would not do that, but I don't judge or care.
Okay.
Saying that's to answer Mars's question, ladies, because we know y'all ain't gonna be playing with your man wearing no damn thong. Say that is coming here to start some shit.
I'm just saying, like, because I doubt a lot of women would really, funny.
I wouldn't like it personally. No, I wouldn't. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't even like male strippers.
It boils down to, because I hate to keep using the race card. You got some white women that it'll be more acceptable to them. And then you got a black or Latino woman, they look at like, whoa, Poppy,
well, because we have very rigid gender roles in our cultures, yeah.
Exactly. So the culture will definitely...
Yeah, the culture definitely defines that, 100%.
Defines that. You see a man walking down the thong.
What the fuck are you doing?
With some red bottom heels and a bra, talking about baby going out. Like, what?
Yeah, I think we grew up with those rigid gender roles. Even growing up, my mother was, until she started working, she took care of the family. Home. My mother's very feminine. You met my mother, very, likes things nice and pretty and blah, blah, blah. And you've also met my dad. Yeah. He's quiet.
Low key in the cut.
Take care of shit and let it go. So yeah, I grew up with that as a representation of the roles, and I kind of agree with it to a degree, but it's a different time also. All right.
Not progressive. I said what I meant. There is no society that can survive without strong men. People are sitting here critiquing that statement. Show me the society that survived without strong men. You have a whole lot of human history for you to look at, right? Men, the role of men is to defend, it's the role to protect. So all of you men who are sending pictures of you in a dress and saying, I'm still a man or I'm still a manly man, I am not calling on you when there's a world war. I am not calling on you when I'm in an emergency, okay? You can wear your dresses. Nobody has sat here and said, if you're a man in a dress, something bad should happen to you. I don't believe that. I believe people should live and do as they want. But I think it is wrong for our society to keep perverting things, to keep putting in the forefront forms of perversion. Okay, let me give you a couple of forms of perversion that people in Hollywood like to promote, aside from men wearing dresses, which I believe to be a perversion. It is perverted to me. I do not like seeing it. I am never going to promote it, and I'm not going to shove about that. A perversion is that Hollywood people, Hollywood elitists, also a bunch of women telling, oh, abortion's the best thing ever. Oh, I loved my abortion, Jamila Jahil, Miley Cyrus, abortion, right? That's her thing, abortion cake. That is a perversion, right? Women should be doing the exact opposite of that. Women should be nurturing. That is, women should think about how do we protect our children? How do we raise children? Not how do we rip them out of our bodies and glorify that. They glorify killing babies. They glorify men in dresses. They glorify WAP, WAPs, hitting the ground, 13-year-olds twerking and dancing,
shit,
right?
She said something about it when it happened. Number one, I gotta stop it there. Yeah, I gotta stop it there. Because number one, the perversion thing to me is bullshit. A man in a dress is not perverted. At least that's not the way. A man in a dress being a man in a dress being perverted is the same. It's just a different way. It's just a different way to express the same old trope that historically that's been placed on homosexual men, that they're perverted in some way, and it's just a new way to say it. So that in and of itself is extremely like.
Yeah, it's a reach.
It's a reach. It's untrue. It's problematic at the very least. Women and abortion, which I don't know how the two have anything to do with each other.
Yeah, she was just going off. It's
just like
hopping around on
right.
topics. I was like, what?
Abortion or being against abortion. You can be against abortion on a personal level. I'm against abortion on a personal level. I would never want to have one. I've never had one, but that's me. But if for someone to not be able to see how it affects communities when they're restricted from that right, that's why abortion needs to be legal. That has nothing to do with your own personal feelings. If you don't want to have one, don't have it. But I don't know what that has to do with men in dresses either.
I think she was just basically trying to bring up a bunch of different things as far as how Hollywood has, or Hollywood elitists, or actresses and actors from that realm of entertainment are pushing this agenda of certain things becoming the trend or the thing that's popular.
Destigmatizing things,
on society. Like, this is what y'all should do because I'm Miley Cyrus and y'all guys love me and I like abortion, so I'm going to push abortions, and then now you got 20,000, 30,000 females, being influenced by the fact that. So I understand where she's coming from in that sense, as far as Hollywood using the people of these masses that have these high platforms and gain followers,
to destigmatize things.
To push these envelopes.
But what's wrong with destigmatizing abortion? Because let's be real, if you're a fucking millionaire or you're a Hollywood elite and you want to have an abortion, even if you're pushing pro-life agendas, you're still gonna go get that abortion. Yeah. So making abortion legal has nothing to do with the people that have money, because they're always gonna get it.
I don't even think it's really about making it legal. I'm thinking it's about the influence that these people
She has a hard on for people that are pro-abortion.
It's about these people having this agenda and pushing their ideologies or their beliefs onto the masses, and the masses following because these are the people they look up to. The Hollywood, they influenced by, you got people passing out and they see certain actors, actresses, and entertainers. Like, that's how connected we as quote unquote fans or followers feel to these people that we feel we can relate to. So we follow them. We start doing shit that they do, or we start living a life that they push or promote in whatever ways it is, as far as their beliefs, whether it's abortion. So I understand and I agree with what she's saying, as far as Miley Cyrus saying, "Oh, abortion, rip it out," and now you got a bunch of women that's being influenced by that.
It's not true though. There's like abortions at an all-time low. Like abortion is not but factually correct. That's
numbers wise, but we still saying the influence that of her promoting that ideology among the masses. Like, that's what you believe, that's what you feel. Cool, keep it to yourself.
But this is the same person who would think that Trump has no influence on people.
Oh, please, Trump has all type of influence.
Okay, then. So then that's my point, is that, do celebrities have influence on people? Absolutely. Yeah, they do. I think anyone with a platform that speaks to people directly, that has people following.
I love him, or that's
Yeah.
my baby daddy.
There's
that's my
definitely
husband.
influence.
What?
However,
You've never seen that person a day in your fucking life.
However, if they're using their influence to destigmatize something that normally would be, or would, cause someone to be ostracized by society, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Let's keep going. Let's keep Candace Owens talk her shit.
This is disgusting. This is everything the left and the Hollywood touches is a perversion. You cannot tell me, when is the last time you've seen Hollywood be like, let me promote this guy who goes to church on Sunday. That's a masculine man, by the way. People sitting here talking about, oh, masculinity means you want men to beat you. Like the dichotomy between wearing a dress, like if you don't wear a dress, that means that you beat women, is completely crazy. It's completely crazy. Let men be masculine. I like men that protect women, okay? Does not mean you beat women. You're sitting here glorifying people like Cardi B who are telling you it's to put your vaginas on the floor, right? And talk about what you can do with men behind closed doors. And Hollywood says, yay, let's make that viral. Harry Styles, yay, in a dress, let's make that viral. Miley Cyrus ripping live human beings out of your vagina, yay, so powerful.
That's not how the majority of abortions happen, actually. The majority of abortions happen in the first trimester. So there's no ripping anything out of anything. However, with that, she just has a hard on about abortion. However, with that being said, I think when you look at liberating women sexually, that had to happen on the extreme end so that people would accept it. Because at one point, we were held to very rigid ideas of what being a woman was.
In regards to the whole abortion thing, I feel that if you are an adult having sexual relations, you know that having sex, you're going to get pregnant. I don't care what type of preventive measures you're on, IUD, the shot, birth control, he pulling out, whatever the case may be. None of those preventive measures are 100 or 1,000% preventive. They all say 99%. So that 0.1% is the chance of you getting pregnant. So if you're having unprotected sex, right, and then you get pregnant, why are you so surprised and shocked now that your first response is, oh, I got to go get an abortion? I mean...
Well, what about the people who have...
Now, not to cut you off, continue... Now, in the instances of, traumatic experiences, or, you've been raped, or, things molested, I can understand. I can agree that, okay, yeah, there's a lot of, connection to that situation that the child, the child is innocent, but the situation itself could affect how you may treat the child growing up if you decide to keep it.
Yeah.
So I can understand you taking that option to be like, I don't want to have this child, or some people be like, they don't want to struggle, they don't want to go through that life of not being able to take care of their child properly, not being able to give the time, the attention, the love, the care, the needs, or financially being ready. So it's like, you know what? Yes, this sex feels good. However, the result of it is now I'm pregnant. I'm not ready for that.
Yeah, I think that...
So it's an option.
So for me, I feel like I do agree that, and this is why because like I said, I don't believe in it for myself. But I think that when you look at abortion and why it's necessary, at least the right to have one is necessary.
So it's like the option.
Yeah, is pretty much what it does to areas or groups of people who are marginalized. That's the group that will be affected the worst by it, because when you really look at, like I said, if a middle class family and their 15-year-old has, makes a mistake or whatever the case is, she ends up getting pregnant, what are they gonna do? They're gonna fly her to wherever they need to go and have that abortion. Exactly. However, the girl that lives in the projects, who, in a state where everything is not accessible by public transportation, and they have no way to get to the abortion clinic or whatever, what's going to happen to them? They end up furthering the the poverty in their family. So I think that that's when we look at abortion it being legal. A lot of these people that love to, do that whole like what they would call like virtue signaling or putting themselves on a moral pedestal. A lot of those people don't even think about that aspect of it. Not only that, sex ed sucks in schools.
Definitely. They don't even.
It's non-existent. Yeah. And talking about abstinence doesn't work because as soon as them hormones hit, guess what they're gonna do?
Curiosity.
So exactly. So I think that my issue with the abortion conversation is not that I feel like we should be telling everybody to get an abortion, but what I am saying is that people who tend to spout that bullshit don't look at the like economic effects that it has on different groups of people. Anyway, I'll keep going.
Let Candace speak.
In my humble opinion, abortion shouldn't be used as birth control or be done late unless medically necessary, but they serve a purpose. Teens know that sex can have consequences, but they're teens and hard-headed.
A lot of people, a lot of females that have unprotected sex, knowing that they may be super fertile or get pregnant easily, and as soon as they find out they're pregnant, I'm going to the clinic. And they get pregnant again.
Yeah, you definitely have those. Yeah,
like,
you definitely have those.
Like you got 6-7 bodies. Like
you definitely have
sis, what you doing? So you just like having real sex,
high
get
school
pregnant,
was rough.
and then go to the clinic. We get on the table.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you're right about that. They
got a
definitely have that.
membership to the clinic. Like,
Kathy C says simply abortion should never be used as birth control. Trisha Tree said, and abortions are expensive and painful. It's not something people go and get them willy-nilly. Like getting a root canal for fun. People aren't going to use birth control. Use as birth control. I agree abortion shouldn't be used as a method of control. We should be encouraging people to have access to sexual health clinics and making it a sensible topic to discuss. Becca Rue says, true. That's my stance. I think that in tandem, I think that's the right word. But anyway, that sex ed should be a topic in school. Kids should be taught sex ed from a young age. We may not want to teach it to them, but they should be because their body's going to do what their body's going to do. Is why back in the day, people started families at 15. So the same goes with us men. If we're going to put it in, we better be ready to take care of what may come out. True. Brown Girl Life said, Mars, say, let Candace speak one more time and see what happens. They gonna get you, yo.
Oh,
He messing with me, yo.
Today.
What up, Travonda?
I thought he was cool.
They gonna get you, yo.
Oh man.
All right, we're gonna let Candace speak before.
Hey, I didn't say it that time. I didn't say it.
Let's make it viral. You are all disgusting. I genuinely believe when I said Hollywood is satanic, I believe that from the bottom of my heart.
Unless
because
it's
I cannot.
Kanye West saying that he agrees with Trump. She'll never get to live that shit down. Because she just the most simping when that shit happened. No, fuck her with that bullshit.
Think
anyway
of something good that has come out of Hollywood.
Shit,
tell me, what is it?
It's so contradictory.
Go. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is that you guys are glorifying. All of you little kids who are too young to understand that they are putting you on a path that is going to ruin your life. Examine the lives of the people. You may think they have money.
Some money.
Examine their personal lives of those celebrities that you follow. Actually go examine their personal lives and tell me if that's a life that you think you aspire to. Ask yourself a question. Do you think that person is happy? For everyone who keeps throwing me all of these rockers who wore dresses, okay, they were also all on drugs, right? Look at Kurt Cobain wearing this dress, Candace. Oh, he looked like a person that was very stable and mentally healthy. Let me go try to live my life like that. And again, this isn't an attack on Harry Styles. He just happened to be the man in the dress on the cover of Vogue. I like his music. Seems like a nice enough kid. I am talking about the fact that celebrities promote this stuff that in the end is toxic and harmful to establishments in this society, the biggest one being family. Everything the left does and touches, everything that these Holly weirdos promote is
except for Kanye West.
She call them Holly weirdos.
Yeah, except for Kanye West, though. And anyone else who endorses Trump. They're not Holly weird, but everybody else is.
Basic values that work. A nuclear family. A yin and a yang in the household. Having a feminine and a masculine figure who raise solid kids with good values. Kids that don't believe in twerking when they're 13 years old on the internet. Kids that believe in that there is something bigger than themselves. The strand of narcissism that we see going through Hollywood is so satanic. I mean, Olivia Wilde telling me I'm pathetic. You're pathetic. Your whole Instagram is dedicated to you trying to make people believe you're a good person. Oh, but another black person died.
Yeah, Trevonda Williams. Candace Williams is pregnant, and now Candace Owens. I'm sorry, she's pregnant. Yeah, she's like 6 or 7 months or something like that right now. And of course, her freaking pregnancy post had to do with abortion. It's weird. Like, if you don't, go pop out 20 babies if that's what you want. Don't tell. She's married to a rich man. She's rich herself. So you can do that. But if you're talking to the woman who has 3 or 4 kids, whatever, man. This argument irritates the fuck out of me. I hate that argument, yo. It really does. Okay, let's go.
Let me put it on my Instagram and show people how much
What
I
up,
care.
Meg?
You're not
Thanks
doing
for stopping
anything
in.
to show you care because you're posting on your Instagram. Nobody cares about your black squares. Hollywood.
She don't like
Honestly,
Black Lives Matter
it's all about you all the time. And for all of you guys that are running around saying, "Oh, she's doing this for attention," I wasn't the person that put on a dress and went on the cover of Vogue. That would be for attention, because at the core of these people who you think are subversive and progressive and forward is a desperate need for attention, and they can never do enough to get that attention. This isn't about them being fulfilled or being happy or being comfortable in their own skin. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Virtually every person I've met in Hollywood is dying a silent death. You know, they're unhappy. They're not.
Here's a problem with this fucking argument. You
Controversy
literally have made a career off of saying the shit that people don't want to hear. You literally have made a career off of being in front of people's faces and antagonizing people either by way of your words or your point of view, whatever the case may be. So if you want to talk about narcissism, that is it. Like, it's like I said anytime before. I've said it on the stream before. Y'all have heard me say this shit. Mars, I don't think you ever heard me say this. We do not get up here and think the world wants to hear our motherfucking opinions without having a little bit of narcissistic, like a little narcissism, without being a little bit on the narcissistic spectrum. It just is what it is. And I hate when people try to make it seem like the next person, oh no, they're shady and they're narcissistic because they're doing this for this reason. We're all in front of people and giving our opinions. We're all narcissistic. Now, we may not have the personality disorder that would be, that's actually very toxic, but we are on the narcissism spectrum. So I don't know. I just hate that argument. But anyway, she's almost done, y'all.
They don't have the things that we have. I am happily married. Got a kid on the way that should be here in 8 weeks. I don't find the need to put my vagina on the ground to show people how empowered I am. Forgive me. I don't need my husband to be in a dress strutting down the street because he's comfortable in his own skin. As I said, it's quite the opposite. I think what people are really upset about is that conservatives are not backing down to these Holly weirdos anymore. Okay, we don't need to sit here and pretend that any of the stuff that they are putting out is normal. Like, we can talk about family values, we can talk about men being men and women being women, and I'm so tired of society's attack on masculinity. Masculinity is sexy. Swing an axe, take care of your family, fish, hunt, shoot, do whatever it is that you do, let the guys hang out with the guys. That stuff is not toxic. That stuff has been in society for a very long time, since the beginning of humanity. We've had men protecting and defending, we've had women nurturing, and Hollywood, you guys are a bunch of...
Yeah, women also weren't allowed to vote. Women also weren't allowed to own anything. Women also weren't allowed to even open up a bank account without a man being present. Oh, how I yearn to go back to those days.
You know what's crazy? I saw something.
Hey, give me a fucking
to
break,
this whole
bro.
Candace Owens video, and, her rant and everything on Harry Styles, and the guy who's a host from ET Canada, he was basically saying like, all right, Candace Owens, if this is how you feel about bring back manly men and the gender roles or gender identification, then women should go back to just staying in the house and cooking and cleaning and being barefoot and pregnant. Because now, like I said, nowadays, even in the last episode that we spoke about how there's a lot of gender role going on and switching as far as women are now being more successful than men. Women are now the breadwinners in the household. Women are now taking care of the home, and men or somewhat on the lower totem pole in many different ways. And 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, that wouldn't have been the case.
Yeah.
So it's like
true.
Every year something is changing, something new is coming about. So it's like we have to continuously be versatile and adjust and find our niche and
right. Good.
Go.
If you want to fucking be jacked and shit and be that type of dude, be that type of dude and find a woman who loves it. Look, I'm not even saying you should go out and date as a woman, you know, go out and date a man with a dress. No, because I don't like that. But what I am saying is that if there's a woman who likes a man in a dress, there's nothing wrong with that. And if there's a man who wants to wear a dress, let him wear the fucking dress. Like, I was looking at the crime statistics. Yeah. I was looking at the crime statistics. Men overrepresented women, in violent crime for like 30-something years. And I'm not saying it's the cause of it, but what I am saying is maybe there's something to this rigid sort of gender, role type of thing and what it does to suppressing what happens in men also. Men have emotions, men go through trauma, men go through, and if we're constantly telling them, no, be a man, what are you crying about, or what are you doing this? What does that do to the men?
However, I just had a discussion about this where society and just the world wants us to be a specific way. Like, you can't cry, you can't show emotions, you have to be tough, you got to be the backbone, the foundation, because the women are emotional. The women are supposed to cry and show that affection and love and be the nurturers. So as a man, they depend on you. But a lot of times now, men are dependent on women, and vice versa. They depend on each other. So that ideology and that thought that you have to be a certain way, it's kind of like fading away now. It's like a thin line. It's a very thin line.
But then these people want to bring that back, but like what you just mentioned about that person saying, well, then you shouldn't have been able to create a career. You shouldn't have been able to make all the millions that you made, because that isn't the traditional role of a woman. Why didn't you do that from the beginning? Because you don't really believe that. You're just privileged enough at this moment because financially you have it and your husband is rich that you can just sit back and be barefoot and pregnant. And if that's what you want to do, fine. But there's women that don't have that luxury. And
so they have to bust their ass.
Right, exactly.
They have to go take on the role of
exactly.
And go and get it how they live, with just dropping that wop.
And twirling it around somewhere. True. Like, it's very true. Like,
but at the end of the day, I look at it like this: whatever decisions you make, you gotta live with the consequences.
Yep.
So if you want to go drop your wop and make your money however you make it, if that's what you feel,
I get a clip of you saying that. Drop your wop.
Drop your wop.
I gotta clip that.
If that's what you want to do, then go do it. If it makes you happy, if that's what you feel is gonna get you out of your bind or to help provide for your family, that's a sacrifice you gonna make as a woman. Or if you feel like you got to be on the corner selling drugs or hustling as a man, that's what you got to do to survive and take care of your family. It's a lot of sacrifices that are made because there are so many obstacles and limitations, requirements that are needed nowadays for you to even get a decent job. Like, so sometimes it put society in the way we live now puts you in puts your back against the wall. Fuck.
Yeah.
I got a kid to feed.
Right. Man, and then the gender roles don't matter. It don't matter what the fuck. Like,
it's like,
it's
I gotta do what I gotta do to take care of my son.
Yep.
And if I know I could go make $1,000 within 2-3 hours and be okay, that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. I know the consequences. I know the risks.
Yeah.
However, the reward, make sure my son or my wife or my girl or my mom's is okay. That's what I gotta do. And then it's like I said, it's double standard because a lot of times I'm gonna say a lot of females don't understand that the shit that a lot of men do to get money. So they don't like you taking them risks. However, it's okay when you come back with that reward and the bills is paid and refrigerator full of food and we can go take a little weekend vacation and the kids is good. But you don't know what I had to do to go get that money. And even if you knew, you're not okay with it. But the reward is, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think those sort of rigidity when you look at like people's roles in society is never going to work because everyone's circumstances are so different. And so if you're looking at, like in her case, talking about what constitutes a man, like she may look at a man who goes out and sells drugs as less than whatever because her man got it the right way, quote unquote, right? And so that's what I'm saying. Like that whole idea of what a manly man is very specific to everyone. And some women may look at her dude that will go and possibly get locked up, hold him down while he's locked up, because she thinks that that's what a man is supposed to do. At all costs, you get it
Sacrifice and
done.
take care of
Right,
your family.
exactly. And so that's my issue with this whole sort of argument, is that I'm not saying you shouldn't like a manly man. I like him. But I'm saying that everyone is different. That's pretty much what it all comes down to. Like, I don't want to do it in a dress, but...
Be you.
Huh?
Be you.
Be you, exactly. Becca Russo, I wouldn't think weak if I saw a man cry. In fact, I do regularly. I just think, you know what? Someone needs some comfort and understanding in a distressing situation. Saint Death said, because we're supposed to be headstrong, we can cry behind closed doors, but not in public. Saint Death said it just makes us men feel weak as fuck, like a little bit. Look,
pussy.
I know a man who will cry at the drop of a dime, and he's one of the strongest men I've ever met. And when I asked him why he was so open about that, he said because for so many years I was protecting people, and for so many years I was, fighting for the country and all this other shit, I lost a lot of people. And I've realized that at the end of it, I spent so many years not crying, trying to be strong for my unit, for whatever. And then he said, and then I got to a point where I was like, fuck it. If I want to cry at the moment, I'll cry. If you say something to me, I'll bust your fucking face. And so, I don't think it makes you weak, although I do understand that we've been conditioned to feel like that. We do.
I do
we
cry.
have.
I have cried. I just tend not to, because it's like, I don't know. I really don't know why. Like,
Conditioning.
I guess you can say that.
Conditioning.
However,
That's what it is.
it's been times where I'm mad as fuck. Like, I just want to kill you or hurt you.
Yeah.
Because you piss me so much the fuck off. And then I just start crying because this is an uncontrollable emotion. So all the emotions is coming out. I'm crying. I'm mad. I want to hurt some shit. And then, even in death, I think I might have cried. Maybe, I know I cried when my great grandmother died. I cried when my stepfather died. And I cried when I got locked the fuck up. And the judge told me how much time I was going to get. And I only started crying because I looked back and my mom's was crying.
Yeah, she was.
Seeing her cry broke me the fuck down. So I think maybe 5 or 6 times as an adult male, I remember crying. Like,
I mean,
as
I'm
a young kid, I was, but I was still tough.
Yeah.
I would bounce back from shit and, keep it pushing. But as an adult male, I could count on maybe one hand the amount of times I cried, because I was always dependent on my family for certain things. Like, my aunt would call me, yo, Ma, I need you to come fix this or take this apart and help me with this, da-da-da. My uncle, yo, come over here and help me with this, da-da-da. Something happened to a female in my family, they calling me and my other cousins. They know how we gonna give it up. We not playing. So having that put on your back, as far as being the one to come defend, the one to come protect, the one that,
it's a lot.
Somebody disrespect, it's you that they calling. It's a lot. So you gotta have that persona, not persona, but I should say you have that in your mind that this is how you're supposed to be.
But that's why I think that this rhetoric is so dangerous, because for us to constantly be telling young men, no, you got to be a man, you got to be a man, you got to be a man. That's why when they talk about toxic masculinity, people hate that. But there's a reason why it's called that, because this rigid idea of what a man is supposed to be, you don't allow for those moments of vulnerability. You don't allow for transparency when it comes to emotions, and then it tends to manifest in other ways. Some men end up beating the shit out of their domestic partners. Some men end up being violent with people. Some men end up being womanizers. So it manifests in different ways, and then because of that, then we have an issue with that. So I think that's the main issue with this idea of like what a man is supposed to be.
It's crazy because my son, he's 4 years old, going on 40, because he's grown and shit. But I even catch myself now, like, he doesn't really cry at all. Like, But it's been times where he has cried. And I'm like, what are you crying for? Stop crying.
Yeah.
And I had to remember like he's a kid. He's 4 years old. Like,
Right, he's gonna cry.
He's gonna fucking cry
All
But,
the time.
You know, I always like I don't want my kid to be soft. Like I
Yeah.
don't want my kid to be a pushover or taken advantage of, or somebody hurt him, and he doesn't know how to respond to that. But there's been times where he was crying, and I had to like, well, stop crying. Like, what are you crying for?
Yeah.
I had to catch myself like, he's fucking 4. Like, but then he would stop, like and just look at me like, I guess, figuring himself out and finding out like, all right, it's not that serious. It's over with. I bumped my head, or I fell, or somebody made me mad.
I think that's
stop
important
crying.
with children in general, because I do that. I'm a woman, and the people around me have seen me cry. I don't really cry that often.
Yeah, she's a gangster, yo.
I don't cry that often. The first time I cried in a long time was when my dad passed away. That was the first time.
I know.
Everybody. That was the first time people saw me cry. I mean, it was people like, wait, Nova's giving people hugs. What is?
she's being sensitive today. Holy shit.
So we don't, and even with my son, I am that way when it comes to. I'm a little bit more understanding, but if he's just being extra about something, I'm like, chill out. But I think you should do that with children in general. Stop thinking too much into shit. Yeah.
But I am, and it's weird because as tough as I am, and as much of a fucking street guy I am, when it comes to my son, I'm soft as shit. Like, and it's been times where me and him just in the house, he's playing. He'll come out, he'll be like, "I love you, daddy."
Yeah.
And I love you too, Poppy. And I just give him a
I'm
hug.
the toughest dude.
And me and him is just hugging. Me and him is just hugging, having an embraceful moment. And he just he just start being inquisitive. What, daddy? What's that?
Yeah.
What you doing? Daddy, come over here.
Yeah.
And I enjoy those moments. Like he's showing his side. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely enjoy that. When my son expresses himself in that way, because it brings out that side of me. Like, I'm a fucking punk. So.
Punk ass. Oh, bitch ass.
Hey, only for him.
But I think it should be, situational. You shouldn't be crying over every fucking thing. Yeah. But then, I think, even with women, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, stop crying. So what?
That shit.
But yeah, so we're good. She's almost done, and then we're gonna go into an email that we got. And a topic from that, so.
The clowns, nobody cares. Genuinely, nobody cares what you think. Thanks, guys.
Unless you're
enjoying
Kanye.
my little chat here on Instagram.
I'm never going to let that shit go. Never going to let it go. Unless you're Kanye. Then she cares. Then she'll have a... he kicked it to the curb, right? Yeah. Kanye said, I don't want to be associated with that bullshit no more. Trisha Tree said, I'm a crier, but I cry when I'm dumb happy. It feels good. People should cry more. Now see when a girl cries and we men hold them in our arms and just be their strength, that makes us feel like we are the strongest motherfucker on earth. Yeah. I don't know. Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it's showing your vulnerability. It's showing that you are.
Maybe I should cry more. I would get embraced more.
Yeah, you're gonna get a nice hug. You're gonna get the thumb across, get the eye, wiping your tears away.
Oh my god.
It's cool.
Like, okay, maybe I should cry more, y'all. Dan Danny said, I agree. Don't cry for everything. I tend to be a little colder. I reserve any crying to cry alone. I hate anyone seeing me cry. Yeah, I'm the same way. Even now, like if someone. Like, my mother will call me on FaceTime, and she'll bring up my dad, and I'll be, like, stone cold. And then when we get off the phone, tears. Like why does he have to bring that up?
Like, Ma, you doing this shit on purpose. You know how I feel about my dad.
Exactly.
I'm on the phone with you. I'm going to hold it down.
I'm going to hold it down, but as soon as you get off, it's fucking waterfalls. Saint Dad said, Damn Danny said, it's good to cry, though, and let it out, no matter who you are. Saint Dad said, yes. Damn Danny, Nova is a strong one like my mama. Nova is a strong one like my mama. You hardly ever see her cry, but she's the strongest person ever, and she's not to mess with. Thank you, Damn Danny. I'm a bit of a G.
Ain't nothing but a gangster party.
All right, we're going to get into the email. This email had quite a few different topics, so I'll pick actually I'll let you look at it and you let me know you pick it because I'm constantly trying to run shit here. My man says I make him feel helpless when I cry around him. He doesn't like it at all. Oh, that's terrible. Brown girl life. No, you should be able to cry in front of your man, yo. I don't know. That's just me. There's not many things for me to want to cry about. I cry when I'm angry and frustrated. I end up like I'm not upset. I'm raging. I don't cry when I'm angry either. I've only been really angry a few times in my life. Like really, really, really angry. And
Numero uno.
I don't cry when I'm angry. I tend to become rageful, which is why I don't like to be angry. Okay. You said one, right?
Numero uno.
What are some pet peeves and deal breakers in a relationship?
Ooh.
You want to take it first?
Yeah, I'm taking first. For me personally, deal breakers is hygiene.
Write this down, y'all.
Hygiene, number one. Personality, like, I mean, your personality definitely gotta attract me first of all, like, because I don't care how pretty you are, I don't care how good you look, I don't care how many other men or women want you, and I don't care how bad your body is. If your personality, and I ain't saying you gotta be the most personable person in the world, but you gotta have something. You gotta have something that makes me attracted to you. Something besides the looks, like whether you little sarcasm, little wittiness, little funniness, like you got some type of intelligence, some type of drive, ambition. Those are the things that make it your personality, your character. So that's what's gonna keep me interested in you and be like, oh, I like her. She's pretty. She's got some things going for her. She wants some things for her. She's aspiring for more. She has she desires for more. She just wants to move forward in life. She's not happy with what is going on. She's not settling. She's striving, and I like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's number one.
That was all number one?
Yeah. Hygiene.
All right.
Hygiene. Hygiene is very, very important. Bad breath.
Somebody said teeth. Agreed.
Yeah, bad breath, bad body odor. I ain't saying you gotta look like you going out every night, like nails done, hair done, everything. You ain't gotta look like that every day, but I'm sure I got my bum days where I definitely have my bum days. Like for 7 months I grew a beard on my face, so I was just like whatever. Like I had my reasons why I did it, but that's not normally me, and a lot of people know me. That's not the norm. So to me, that was just I was going through the motions. I was feeling like a little bum, even though I'm not, but I just didn't really care.
Yeah, but still, you got people who have their bum days, but they still look good.
I still look decent, like But then there was times where I really just didn't give a fuck. Like, I was wearing my gym clothes. I didn't care, but because I had a set thing in motion where I'm going to the gym. I'm gonna be in my car 90% of the day. Yeah. Fuck, ain't nobody seeing me.
True.
Those who know me know how I look, and I'm not out here impressing nobody.
You know how you keep yourself.
Exactly. I'm not out here impressing nobody.
Yeah.
So that was my thing for a little while, but hygiene, bad breath, bad body odor. I don't like hair, especially if you're a female. I don't like hair.
You mean like hair? Oh, okay.
Yeah, hair. Don't like hair. Pubic hair, arm hair.
Take notes, y'all.
Arm hair, like don't make it sit.
You don't like arm hair?
Don't have bushweed under your arms.
Okay, yeah. I agree. Okay. I'm like,
I can't say arm hair because naturally Caribbean and Latino women have hair on their
hairy
arms.
motherfuckers.
That's just what it is. I got hair on, but I'm talking about under your armpits.
Yeah, I get that.
There should not be no afro under there. At all.
Just a little bit? No. Nah,
Why? The reason why?
It holds odor.
Hair, exactly.
Yeah.
Hair holds odor and bacteria. And as a woman, you don't want to be trying to give me a hug or you got a strapless dress on and you just got a whole Don King.
That's the thing, right? Like you got women that grow out there and then dye their underhair.
What? Oh my gosh.
Like they dye their arm hair.
That is disgusting. What did Candace Owens say? That is disgusting.
That is disgusting. Holly weirdos.
Highly weirdo.
Yeah, that is nasty.
So you got hygiene,
Yeah, personality.
personality, ambitious.
Yeah. But I mean, that's all under personality. Those,
No, not
No?
really. No.
I mean, to me.
Because personality has no. I wouldn't say under personality.
But,
What else?
oh yeah, you can't be a bum either. And when I say
no bum asses.
and when I say a bum, meaning
Trisha
like,
Tree says she feels attacked, so she must have.
you can't be a bum. You gotta have something going for yourself. You ain't gotta.
Agreed.
Yeah. Even if you're
Agreed.
striving to make something of yourself,
Agreed.
I could respect that because I'm going through some things where I'm striving.
Yeah.
I'm not where I want to be yet.
Right.
I'm not perfect. I'm still trying to reach the next level and get to where I'm happy and satisfied in my life.
Yeah.
Whether it's successfully, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of those things. So
Mhm.
you can't just be a fucking couch potato, boo-hoo
Not
crying.
doing shit, yeah.
Not boo-hoo crying.
I
Trying
agree.
to have pity like nobody does nothing. If you get your fucking ass up and go do something for yourself, like stop begging for people to help you.
Yeah.
You know, when you know, especially if you're not trying to show no effort in doing things on your own.
Mhm.
It's cool to have people help you or ask for help if
Yeah.
you come through a little bump in the road, but you're making progress on your own.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
be moving. Like you gotta be doing
You
something.
gotta be doing something.
Like
Don't just have your hand out and expect shit to get done for you. That's not gonna happen.
Damn Daniel said, "Don't come to Seattle. Lots of dyed armpits here."
Oh no.
Trisha Tree says she feels attacked.
Oh no.
I can't.
I'm not attacking you because I don't know you. I'm just
Damn.
saying my likes.
Damn Danny said, "I can't date someone who isn't open or chauvinist. I went out with a Mexican dude my mom set me up with, and he was old school. I have a career, and I'm not just gonna be some housewife."
I respect that.
A brown girl says she feels attacked too. So I guess we got a lot of people who have not shaved yet. What's up, Lane B? Hey, you're live while I'm on lunch at work. Yeah, yes. Where the hell is Belinda? I don't know what Belinda is
To the
at.
women, do not feel attacked. I'm not personally attacking you. I'm just describing my likes. I'm sure you got likes. And
yeah.
when I say hair, I mean like it's almost like a head full of hair. I mean, like, that's a little too much.
Okay, now what about
You can have a strip or
yeah?
a buzz cut. This is cool.
Is the
but-
personality more important than the aesthetic to you? And I'll give my list after he answers this.
Wow. I think the aesthetic is more.
It's more.
Yeah, more important.
You gotta want to lay down with her.
Yeah, the aesthetic is more because I can't even be next to you if you smell.
Well, okay. Well, let's say the hygiene
I'm
is
not
on
even
point,
gonna be
but they don't necessarily. They aren't necessarily visually appealing. But their hygiene is fine. They're just not visually
What do you
appealing
mean
to you.
visually appealing?
Like
As
you
far
don't
as
find
they're
them
ugly?
necessarily attractive, right?
I have to find you necessary.
Okay.
However, but all right, what's attractive to me may not be attractive to everybody.
Facts.
So
Them just
there has
facts.
to be something about you that gains my attention before we even converse. You know?
I like that you said converse and not conversate.
Yeah, conversate is not a word. For those that do not know, conversate is not a word.
But yeah. So is that your list or you got more? You keep going.
I'm gonna keep it short. I don't want to
Okay.
go too in depth.
I don't know if I have a list. If you looked at all the people I've ever dated, you'd be like, what does she actually like? Because I think for me, I fall in love with a personality more than I do
Yeah,
everything else.
personality is what keeps
Yeah,
you
that's
there, like.
that's like. However, I guess someone. Well, I agree with you. Ambitious thing. I can't be with someone. Yeah. I can't be with a person who's not ambitious.
Can't be a bum ass.
Yeah, I can't do it. And equal to you, like if you're on your way and you're doing shit and you're making moves and you're just not where you want to be right now, we could have we ain't got to go to the best restaurants for dates and none of that. I don't need none of that. But you need
McDonald's
to be doing
dinners. She
something.
likes McDonald's dinners, y'all. That's cool.
No, I don't like McDonald's. Wendy's. Thank you very much.
4 for 4, baby. Take notes, fellas. Take notes.
No, but I don't need to, because I just don't need it. That's not important to me. I'd rather you be doing something to further yourself than
Just a little something.
going
like,
to, we could do the 5-star restaurants later on. That's how I look at it. But anyway, maybe that's why I ain't got what I want.
And you trying makes me want to help you.
No, yeah. Let me stop.
If you ain't trying, it's
stop.
like, what are you doing?
I'm gonna get in trouble, y'all, having this conversation. Anyway, the hygiene thing I'll agree with too. With men it's a little bit different because men don't typically shave everything, but I do like men who are
Groomed.
Yes, groomed. There you go. Manscaped, as they call it.
Manscaped.
So, personality is I cannot talk to a wet if you can't take my sarcasm, if you can't take the fact that I am a talker, if you can't take the fact that I do have a lot of big ideas, then we can't talk.
What about a metrosexual?
No, not in the way that it's usually. I don't like a man that's too pretty either. Like I don't want you. We shouldn't have the same eyebrow, lady. If you get my point. You should be like, we got you next. Yes, we got you next. No. So.
Like, we could go get our nails done together.
Yeah, we could do that.
But
yeah.
if you go to the eyebrow lady, I'm going to.
It's
a problem.
If you're going through the gel polishes with me, we can't. I'm sorry, that's not gonna work. So yeah, that's not what I'm. What else? Yeah, so metrosexuals, the way that they normally present themselves, no.
You can't be in the mirror more than her, like.
Yeah, I don't want you prettier than me. You know what I mean?
You gotta be a little dog.
Because I do like quote unquote manly men.
Shout out to Candace Owens.
I do like men who are strong, who take care of their family, who are, I may be the talker, but you ain't gotta want to be the center of attention in every conversation. I like men who are more subdued, but have a good personality. If that makes sense.
Knows how to interact and not just be a fucking. A tree,
a wet fucking rag, a wet mop,
a wall.
And what else did I say? Hygiene, personality, ambitious, and I think that's it. Like, if I had to sum it up, I don't think that there isn't anything that's a pet. What's a pet peeve? Actually, since you said what you like,
off.
like what? No, I know what pet peeve is, but what is your pet peeve?
That's a few, but it depends. It's like different areas. I got a pet peeve. Like,
okay,
I shouldn't be out all day, and then you just home doing nothing. Like, the house should be cleaned or something, or dishes done, or a meal cooked. I shouldn't have to come home and still do all of that.
What up, Lakeisha?
That's a pet peeve. Like,
yeah.
Hold on, you was home all day and you ain't do shit. Like, well,
yeah.
Pet peeve. Like, that's a pet peeve.
Yeah, unproductive.
Yes.
A person who's unproductive.
Dirty dishes in the sink.
Yeah.
I gotta come home and still cook or find out what I'm eating or what we eating. That's a pet peeve.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you're home and you have the time to do these things. What is the issue? What's the problem?
What's a pet peeve in a relationship? Like, that someone other than, like, maybe not necessarily. Well, I guess that would be, because that's more like a teamwork type of thing. So you're saying, like, no, a person who doesn't work as a team with you. So if I'm out doing what I'm doing, you need to be doing something to help this work. A pet peeve for me is inconsistency. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. I hate inconsistency.
Well, I'm consistent. I think I am. In many things. I think I'm consistent.
I'm not going to answer that.
You're not going to respond? I think I'm consistent in some things.
No, yeah, I guess.
Some. I didn't say all. I said some. I mean, every now and then I slack and I fuck up. But I can admit that.
No, yeah, you're consistent in certain things.
I'm a consistent asshole sometimes,
True.
She ain't had no hesitation agreeing with that one.
Yeah, I don't like inconsistencies though. So if you, let's say, and this is probably a personality flaw. I don't know, but like if someone is, let's say every day you go on your lunch break and you typically will call me. Mm-hmm. If you stop calling me on your lunch break, I'm automatically gonna assume something else.
Why is that always got to be the case?
Because I watch patterns.
Oh man, don't touch that topic of patterns. If I got somebody listening right now. Don't touch the topic of patterns, because oh my god. Woo. Please don't touch that topic.
I don't
Next.
patterns. Well,
Next.
so that's why that would bother me.
don't
But yeah,
touch the topic of
inconsistency is an issue for me. And then another pet peeve will probably be someone who I have to answer for. Like, if I take you somewhere and I'm around people that, whether it be a business environment or a family, and I gotta be like worried about the shit you gonna say, then I don't, for whatever reason, that irritates the fuck
You don't
out
know
of
how to
me.
conduct yourself.
Exactly. You don't know how to conduct
Can't
yourself.
take your ass nowhere. Someone be bringing your raggedy ass out. Should have left your ass home. Got me all embarrassing shit. White folks looking at me crazy. My friends mad at me. Should have left Tyrone ass home. The fuck?
Oh, Lane B said negativity is my pet peeve.
Oh, yes. Oh, what you said? Who was that?
Negativity. Lane B said
Yes. Don't be fucking negative around me.
that. That's a good one. Yes, I agree.
Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Don't kill my fucking vibe.
I agree.
Don't
I
kill
agree.
my vibe.
And I'm a big dream type of person. So if I give that a dream to you and you're like, well, that can't happen because A, B, C, D, and E, that's a good way for me to be like, exit stage left ASAP. Like, I don't like it at all. Trisha Chi said, oh, I hate
Show some
cleanliness.
enthusiasm. You gotta show some enthusiasm, like
True.
with me. Like show some type of interest in something, you know, in what I'm doing or in what you're doing. Or,
Yeah,
like you can't just be like, blah.
true. I agree.
That's a
Trisha
pet
Chi
peeve for
said
me.
she hates cleanliness. I like independence in someone. I agree. I like for someone to be, although I mentioned the pattern, that's only because of usually throughout the day I'm doing what I need to do. So I don't need to be contacted all day like that. But if like for me, I don't require a lot of time out of somebody, which is probably a downfall. I don't know. I guess I'll find out eventually. But I think it's probably one of my flaws is that I don't require a lot of time out of a person. So that little bit of time that I did require, just give me that.
That's weird because people say the same thing about me, like, oh, I don't think you care, or you don't because you don't spend enough time, or you're not around enough, or you're always busy, but that's not the case. That is definitely not the case at all. So
Yeah.
I don't want that to be misconstrued as if I'm nonchalant. I don't care because my time is occupied by other things, and you know I don't want you to assume the worst because that's normally what happens. That's like a human trait. I wouldn't even say character. That is a human trait. You're gonna assume the worst, like
All the time.
automatically jump to conclusions and just be in your feelings and be upset. And I've done it myself. But I don't like it when it's done to me either. So
Right.
that's weird, though. It's a little. It's kind of like hypocritical, but I don't give a fuck.
What, like you don't like when someone doesn't give you a certain amount of attention, but then you tend to do that? Assumes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I think
Based
we
off
all
of
do that.
Patterns and
Yeah, well,
you usually
you exactly, yo,
So,
because I'm so
being that you
consistent
usually
when it comes to that. If I'm so consistent when it comes to that, even if it can't be done, I'll shoot a text like, yo, I'm doing whatever.
people
but
hate when I shoot a text. They be
really,
they.
nah,
You ain't
I
call me.
prefer
Right?
it.
You can text me though. Yeah.
You probably run that bitch. That's what you. What bitch is it today? What bitch you run that bitch, huh? Must have been that bitch that was commenting on your shit. She the one that left that fucking heart there. I knew that bitch was up to no good. You know that should be happening. We about to witness a domestic if Nova comments on that. You guys cracked me up. No.
Hold on. Did you tell the people about the new channel?
No, I'm gonna put it up.
Don't just
I'm
put
gonna
it up.
actually
You gotta
link.
tell
No,
them
I'm gonna link. Yeah,
while they're listening.
yeah, I'm gonna do that. I mean, you know what we need to do is put a. No, forget.
Tell
We're
the
not
people.
gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Look, guys, being that Mars is bullying me at the moment.
Yes.
we have our own channel, which is gonna be Unapologetically Raw. You can find it on YouTube, but I'm gonna leave a link in the matter of fact. Let me try to do it now. I'm gonna leave a link in the comments, and then I'll also. Oh no, I left the link. You see?
You did?
Yeah, I left the link in the beginning.
Alright, but
Scroll
still-
up to the top
but
of the
still
chat,
Tell the people.
and I'll leave it again. I told them it's Unapologetically Raw. Damn, you want to fight or something like
Make
that?
sure all the subscribers,
Jesus
if you
Christ.
subscribe to Nova Ray's channel,
Yeah, subscribe to Unapologetically Raw. I will leave another link because I don't think you can find the channel yet. So I'll leave another link. You just click on that, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Yes.
We'll be live every Wednesday. We're going to be adding videos as well. So we're going to do like a double thing where we do the live show and then we'll probably add other videos. I don't know, whatever. We'll figure it out. But that'll be where you can find all things Unapologetically Raw.
well, we just don't give a fuck.
There you go. We gotta clip that shit too. We're about to witness the domestic. Oh, I already read that. I'm with you, Mars Saint. That says, the Keisha Henderson says, for you, Nova, is stupidity can't hold the conversation. Yeah, that's
Yes.
another thing. Thank you.
Bing, 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 bing. You are doing it. Come on down.
Thank you. Yes.
And you do not have
And-
to be a brainiac, but please don't be fucking stupid.
Yes. Anyone who knows me knows that shit. I don't
Dun-dun.
like stupid.
Dun, dun. Fucking dun,
I
dun.
can't handle it. If we can't have a conversation about a variety of things, I can't talk to you.
I want to talk to you about my mans and them that's locked up. I want to talk about Trump and Biden. I want to talk about health and wealth. I want to talk about businesses and investments. I want to talk about
Thank you,
Clothing
Brown
line.
Girl Life. Brown Girl Life put the link in the description.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. If I want to talk to you about politics, you got to be able to hold that conversation. If I want to
Yes,
talk to you
yes.
about fucking,
Poetry.
yeah,
Art.
music, yeah, you got to be able to hold. Even if you don't know much about it, I just want you to be engaged. Like, just be engaged and have some interest in it. Don't completely shut down when the topic goes to something you know nothing about,
And you be
because
like,
I'm
huh?
I'm a person who's constantly learning.
I think I might have heard something about that.
Or I don't know nothing about that shit. That shit don't got
That shit
nothing to
don't
do with
got
me.
I don't like that shit anyway. Boring ass out of here. Just why the fuck I should have left your ass home. They told me don't bring your ass out.
Exactly. No, it's true.
Embarrassing me.
I can't do that. So I think we got it all. We got everything all right. The pet
Yeah,
peeves.
follow me on Instagram, y'all. Marvelous_sound. You can also follow my business page, my clothing line, threaded.fabric.nyc on Instagram. You can also follow Nova Ray.
Yeah,
on Instagram.
Nova_Ray, REII, Twitter, Nova_Ray, also known as Big Dick Energy on Twitter.
Okay. Hello.
No, also, and my clothing line is EM3RG, emerge.com.
Emerge.
So, yeah, definitely follow us. I will leave the links in the description.
Yes, please.
I
Purchase
will-
some merch. Got
Yeah.
some dope ideas, dope stuff coming out. Support black-owned and small businesses and Latina businesses.
Exactly. You see?
Mhm. And I do ship. You know, I do drop-offs. I do
Yeah.
ship to your location wherever you at, worldwide. I don't care. Just
Yeah.
hit me in my DM.
Yeah. Hit them in. Yo, slide in the DMs,
Slide
yo.
the
And now
DMs.
y'all know the pet peeves. So.
Slide a DM. Purchase some merch.
So I think we got one more. You want to do one more question?
How much time we got?
Like another half an hour,
Alright.
give or take. We do one more.
We started at 12:30. See, your
About-
ass was late.
It wasn't my ass.
Your
Oh yeah, it
ass-
was
yeah,
me.
it
It
was
was me. It
your-
was me. It was me.
Technical
I had to update my
difficulties.
laptop. Yeah, that's what I had to do.
Ass
Like,
was late.
is it buffering y'all? Because then you can thank the updates because I did, because this fucking program takes so much out of the computer that I have to update it. Anyway,
Now you pick.
okay, let's have some fun. Do you
Oh,
think it's
shit.
okay to be vocal with your spouse on how to please you without them taking offense to it?
Are you asking me or are you about to answer?
I'm gonna let you answer right now.
Yes, I do. And you know why? Because unless you're really in tune with your partner's body and things of that nature, you may not be able to pick up on
Mhm.
certain things that they like when you're doing them. So it's okay to be vocal without hurting their feelings, because now they know, and
True.
knowing is half the battle. So if I don't know what you like, you can't be mad at me when you don't get pleased the right way.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So even if you take it back in the days, like, you know, when you had them conversations like, yo, what's your favorite color? You know, what's your favorite season? What size you wear? What kind of colors you
That
like?
should just like
You know what I'm saying?
upgrade. That's like,
all right, so
what's your favorite position?
What's your favorite position? You know what I'm saying? Wait, all right, that was the conversation we used to have. Oh, well, you like 69? Okay, you know, you had those type of
69.
conversations, like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and then,
agree.
so you keep that in the back of your mind. So whenever those type of things occur and you show it was going down, you knew what to do.
Have you ever, Brown Girl Life? Can you please put the link for my website and for Mars's website in the comments, please? I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. What up, Shannon? Oh, you didn't get notified? Yo, YouTube be playing games with people, yo. Have you ever had to have that conversation?
Yes and no. I've had to have that conversation.
Mm.
Because, you know, it's become like, oh, you didn't seem turned on today. Well, because you thought you were doing it right. And however, we've discussed that that's not exactly
because everyone's
how
different.
I like it.
Yeah.
And gets me aroused to the point. So,
Right.
you know.
Everyone is very different, man.
Just like you got the women that during sex, they'll tell you harder, faster. And what does the man do? He complies. Harder, faster. Why? Because she's about to reach climax. And she knows that this is what she likes.
Right.
This is what turns her on. Like, you know, so it's okay to be vocal without hurting your partner's feelings. And I feel like your partner shouldn't have their feelings hurt, or you feel like they're having their feelings hurt, because it's an understanding.
Yeah,
like,
I agree. If you want to, oh, Mars, can you repeat your website again?
I'm on IG. My website is still being worked on. It's coming soon.
Oh, okay.
I will announce that. But on Instagram, you can follow my business page at threaded, THREADED .fabric.nyc on Instagram.
Dope stuff too, yo.
Thank you very much.
And what was I gonna say?
Being vocal.
Yeah. You have to be vocal because everybody's different. I'm not really. This is a hard topic for me because I'm not really that.
Well, me,
I'm not really that vocal sexually, and I'm not really. I don't know, man. I don't really have those conversations, but I think that you should be able to if you're with somebody, and
you should have that option.
Exactly, and they shouldn't be offended by it because everyone is different. You could be with some, people who like it more sensual, and then you have other people who just want bam, like and get it up.
Hard,
yeah,
like, you know,
exactly. So
harder,
you got to know who you're with,
faster.
and I think then you kind of create whatever the dynamic should be.
I think that if you really like that person, if y'all dealing with each other, you should be able to read their body language.
True.
Like me, I think I've mastered reading body language, and I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying, like, just thinking about the experiences I've had in my life, and just the women that have, complimented or whatever the case.
I see what you're doing
I'm
here.
very
That foot long name. You really trying to solidify that? Okay.
I read body language, like, and it's not just body language sexually. It's just body language. Period. I read people like I'm having a conversation with you. I'm on live right now, but I'm still looking around. I'm doing 1,000. Even outside, I can have a conversation with you, but I'm looking down the block. I'm watching the dude that just passed you. I'm watching the cat that just drove by. I'm paying attention. I'm looking at your feet.
I'll agree with that.
Like to see if I should be ending the conversation soon because you look like you want to go. Like, I'm paying attention. I read body language, so
I agree.
It's become a heightened, even more. Like, especially if I like you and the chemistry's there, I'm reading your body language. I'm listening to the moans, the all of that. I'm paying attention. Like, okay, she likes that. Let me do that again.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, her body arched off the bed.
Yeah.
Oh, she's trying to push me away because it's too good. I pay attention to all those things.
Yeah.
So I know, like, got your ass.
Yeah. I think that's
Gotcha.
important too. Like, when it comes to that, you should be selfless.
Yes.
Like,
I'm a pleaser.
You need to be a pleaser because then you become like a fucking wet rag. Like, who the hell just wants somebody just laying there? Men and women, like either on both ends.
It's like fucking the couch. Like, Hello, can I get some feedback here? At least turn or something.
Yeah, I agree. I think you should be able to talk to the person that you're with, and if you do talk to, or the person that you're with comes to you and talks to you, don't be offended by it. It doesn't mean that you're bad. It doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It just means
They're
that
just trying to help you please them.
yeah, exactly. So y'all can have a good
y'all are
time.
in sync, and you know you can have the oh my god, all of those type of things like.
And you gotta want those things.
Yeah,
Like, come on, how do you not want those
yeah,
things though? Like,
I don't know. I love.
That's what I'm saying,
get
like, how
turned
do you
on when I
not
hear
want
them
it?
sounds that, I'm about to. Yeah, that means it's good.
it's true, yo.
You got that
like,
good.
You gotta want that feedback. If you don't
Yeah,
want that
right.
feedback, you're whack, yo.
Wiggity whack. You ain't got that wop, and you ain't got that cock.
You gotta want that wop, yo. That's true, man. You have to be vocal about that shit. And if they're really bad, that's the question too. What about if
Does bad sex break up a relationship? Yes. 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 Yes.
does it really?
Yeah. It does. And I'm gonna say, you know, when I say bad, meaning like, all right, I had a conversation with you, or I discussed particular things that I like, or that turn me on, or that can bring me to climax and arouse me.
And you still
however,
didn't-
you still ain't making no effort. And
Yeah,
you
because
still
then it's
just
like you don't
mad,
care.
lackluster in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Like you're not even trying to turn me on. Like no lingerie, like no caressing, no.
So you
soft
like lingerie?
touches. Yeah, you know. Like shit,
I'm
like
just
you know,
for all the people that were
tease,
taking
you know,
notes.
just tease, tease me, arouse me in different ways. Like kiss my neck, like shit like that. Like or you feel like I'm fucking the couch. Like, and that's not good because I don't fuck couches.
No, not even.
No, dogs
not even
fuck
on the
that.
off day. You don't
No,
fuck a couch.
I don't fuck couches.
Have you ever had to end a relationship for bad sex?
Yeah, I wouldn't say necessarily ended. I just stopped falling
So
back.
it wasn't really a relationship. It was
I mean,
just
it
like,
was.
Oh, it was. Okay.
But I started falling back. Like, yo, look, this is, sex started getting less.
Yeah.
You know.
I think I had to learn over time that.
And it's like, if you really like me and if we really together, why wouldn't you want to please me? Why wouldn't you want to take notes and take heed to what I'm saying? Especially if I'm not coming at you in a way where I'm attacking you and making you feel bad about, but you don't know how to suck no fucking dick.
But I think that's how some people will take it, though. Some people,
No.
if you come to them, and that's just an issue that we have with communication in
But if I'm
society
not
in
coming at
general,
you in
though.
that vulgar
No, but I think that's the
tone
problem that
and
we have
disrespectful,
with communication. Like, people think that you come to
you
them
don't
and
even know
it's
how to
like,
suck no dick.
yeah, right.
Whack ass shit. You can't even throw it
I
back.
don't know that I've ever had that conversation.
All you
because
know
I'm,
is fucking missionary.
I'm a bit of
Whack
a
ass
prude,
shit.
y'all.
Yeah, she's lying. She's lying. She's lying. She's got a fucking prude. She's definitely lying.
I'm a prude.
Don't listen to that, y'all.
Yo. No, I've never had that conversation with anyone.
Because and you know why she's never had that conversation is because if she does, the way she's gonna say it in such a nice way, the person's feelings is gonna be hurt anyway. Even if she doesn't say it in a vulgar manner like I would, if she said it in a manner where it was, it's gonna be crazy.
If I say it in a nice way, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, they still gonna.
I'm
take
so
it.
nice though. You think so? Why would they take it offensive? Now you know what it is too. Like, I've never had that conversation because, I think I'm pretty simple, and I'm not a prude, but I think I'm pretty I'm pretty simple. I think I'm pretty simple, and I've just never had to have the conversation. But eventually, I'm sure it'll happen. Hopefully not though, because I don't even know. So I had to learn when it comes to sex specifically. I had to learn that it wasn't just for the man's pleasure. I had to learn that over time, that I can also be pleased. And because I had to learn that over time, I think that's why I've never really had that conversation, because I've been learning, for some time. it's all about the foreplay. I agree. Some people can be taught. Plus, some people can be incredibly insecure sexually, and it takes a long time to overcome that. So, yeah, some people, it takes a while. It takes some time for people to really open up that way. It took a long time for me. I still am a bit closed in that sense. So, but I know I'm not a prude. I'm just, I'm a prude when it comes to talking about it.
Yeah, you a prude when it comes to that.
But that was a good topic. Maybe we'll get more into it at another time because we're about to wrap it up.
Like a condom.
Oh, okay. No, we're about to wrap it up, y'all, and maybe we'll touch more on that at another time because we are an hour and 40 minutes in. That's pretty good now.
Yeah.
Hour and 40 minutes. All right, y'all. So
don't forget to subscribe to the new channel.
Yeah.
Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
Yes.
Tell a friend. Go subscribe. Also, if you want to access,
button.
if you want to ask us any questions, if you want to give us a scenario that you want our advice on, you can email asknovaandmars@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Brown Girl Life put it there. I will also link it in the description when this is a video. And don't forget to go subscribe to us on social media. Nova_Ray, REII, on Instagram and Twitter. And then Mars, give yours.
Marvelous_sound on Instagram.
Yep.
On Twitter, it is planet_M as in Michael VRS, Planet Mars. On Twitter, just follow.
Yeah, go follow us. We will have more. Definitely next Wednesday we will be back at the same time. I think we are finally getting in the habit of it. He was early. I didn't have to text him 1,000,001 times this morning.
Even though she was late with, going live. You don't want to tell y'all that part. Wasn't my fault this week.
But yes, we'll be back next Wednesday, of course. And we got some other stuff that we're talking about, so who knows what we come up with. But yeah, anyway, everyone have a good day. Enjoy your Wednesday. Enjoy your week. And we'll see you on the next one.
Stay sucker free and low key.
Stay sucker free and free of the 19, okay?
Oh my God.